chair recognizes the gentleman from New York, Mr. Rangel, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As unanimous consent to revise and extend.
Without objection.
Thank you for this opportunity. I feel so proud to be an American and be in this great country where so many members of Congress have come from families and communities that have been poor, without the dreams or hopes that they would ever be in a position to serve this great country in the most august legislative body in the world. I know I've been through more riots than anyone else, coming from Harlem and being older than most members. And yet, throughout the world, I'm so proud that people respect our countries because of the opportunities we have here. And so therefore, to all Americans, it has to be painful, embarrassing to see on international news or to have our international friends to think that we are a country that allow young black men to be shot down and murdered and killed, and that this is supposed to represent America. But it doesn't really, in my mind, represent our country. It represents poverty. But it's so hard for people to believe that the richest country in the world could have this cancer of poverty that eats away from so many things that we could be doing. There were so many dreams and hopes that when President Obama came in and recognized how much you can be accomplished if you have access to education. And I was among those who recognized that a bum from Lenox Avenue in Harlem being given an opportunity with the GI Bill can go to New York University, go to law school, and come here, become a federal prosecutor, and come here in Congress. So I knew the president understood of being exposed to education and what it has done to make America all that she is today. But I had no idea of the problems he would face as our president, the depth of people who wanted to prevent him from making a contribution to our country, the partisanship that exists today, and the pain that I feel that now when you talk about education is whether or not you support traditional public schools or charter schools, when the greatest thing that we can do and the obligation we have as members of Congress is to invest in the education of our young people for the future of this great country. Poverty is more than lack of self-esteem. Poverty means that there's a degree and a connection between poverty and hopelessness, poverty and joblessness, poverty and not being able to send your kids to school, poverty and not even knowing how to take care of yourself in terms of health. Poverty can cause people not to be able to make the contributions that can make to the country. The disparity between the wealthy people that we have in this country and those who work hard every day and doesn't have enough money, don't have enough money for disposable income. Poverty and near poverty reduces the ability of the middle class to have disposable income, to be able to purchase, to support jobs through small businesses. And poverty is so costly, not only in the prestige and the power and the exploitation of our great country, but how much do we pay to put poor folks in jail? How much really do we pay to subsidize earned income tax credits, low-income housing credits, children tax credits, subsidies not because these things don't pay off, but subsidies because we don't have programs for them, and we have to do everything we can. These are costly, but who can deny the return on these type of investments? The trillions of dollars that we have invested in our defense has little or no return, but the investment that we can have in people and the talent of our minds can make this country all that she can be. Let's increase education and decrease poverty. And thank you. I yield back the balance of my time.
Chair now recognizes